for you! Seven grant abundance!
Whatever is in here, the Immaculates have gone to dire lengths to conceal it.
I don't know whether I'm relieved or disappointed there isn't a legion of undead
I've got
demon
my eyes
mages
on the
waiting for
prize.
us.
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister.
I feel better already!
So Leandra's devised a method for destroying Death Knights.
That sounds more than promising.
Striking it rich!
A map to the Source Temple in the Phantom Forest. Sounds like a location worth noting. Gods! Leandra's building an army in order to defeat Astarte and unleash the Void.
Our friends on the homestead will want to hear this right away. Now that we know exactly what she's doing, we've got the advantage over the so-called conduit.
I believe I have found everything here, so now we can go. I'm not sure. I don't think I need to keep that bloodstone with me. As in, I don't believe it is needed for me to like hug it to do like two things at once. I no longer have a companion, but receives. Oh. Yeah, not interested. I think Stardust Herb was it the thing that we. Yeah. We got it. Yeah, and this quest will be freaking broken, sadly. Yeah, I mean, let's go. Yeah, I will need to start using some of this stuff. Anyways,
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister.
Anyways, let us continue to the end of time.
Ah, wonderful! You're both here once more. Can you guess what's happened? Surely by now you know the signs. Or perhaps you can simply guess from how utterly giddy I am. Take a look. All your work has not been for naught. This last starstone you discovered has given the Weaver just what she needed to mend another portion of the tapestry. Another tantalizing tidbit of long-lost history awaits us. Another piece of your story is ours to discover. Oh, how very thrilling.
For millennia, the God Box was flanked by the two devoted guardians. But Astarte's playmate, a creature called the Trife, turned her attention to the forbidden box. I may know a way to destroy what's inside, hissed the scheming creature. Together, we can set the Guardians free. Open its lid, Astarte, and we can have a look together. Astarte trusted her friend and assented. She pitied the Guardians and welcomed a chance to free them. Let me help you, she whispered into the ear of one. I know your duty. But you both deserve a chance at freedom. Haven't you suffered enough of this chore? She asked the other. Look, your companion is free already. The Guardians, unaccustomed to such attention, started. She had planted a seed of curiosity within them, rekindled a desire that had, for eons, lain dormant. Slowly, they glanced at one another, and the Trife's trap was sprung.
We were seduced, then, tricked into neglecting our duty for the briefest of moments.
Tricked, seduced, excuses for failure. It was our duty to guard the box, and we faltered.
Indeed. But perhaps it isn't too late to set right what we've wronged.
I salute you, my master. Other elementals lie in wait until with a word you command them to action. Which one of them, pray, has your preference? And that is your final choice?
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed. That is our final choice.
Thy will be done.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
Oh, it's so cold in here, it hurts.
Dearest Guardians, how I rejoice at the sight of your growth, both in power and in prowess. And yet I cannot help but wonder, will it ever be enough? Will you craft yourselves once more into the warriors that you were? Oh, in the end you are like infants still, infants that would perish with a broken wail had they not their mother's milk to suckle. But you always were like children, weren't you? As are we all in the eyes of the gods. And yet they set an impossible task before you, then blamed you when you failed. How foolish even the divines can be, how lacking in compassion.
I do feel like a child, being kept in the dark about so many things.
I guess we'll have to find more Starstone and grow up.
By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? You've come home. It's about time, isn't it? Your quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness. Does my brilliant frost beguile you? I am ice, of course. Could I be more explicit? This place is of your essence, of course. Alongside my opposite, the eternal fire. Those were times of great proportions, the forces of nothingness pitted against those of life, and naught but ourselves marching to the beat set by our great leaders could stop the void's encroachment. Your home, your rules, naturally. What would you like to know? Off to explore your abode, are you? Very good. I'm sure there's something around here that will jog your memory.
Guardians! A moment of your time, if it pleases you. I have been pondering and brooding, deliberating and deducting, and I have come to the conclusion that I may well know who our true enemy is. Now, our foe is the Void, of course, the usurper of time and space. But more dangerous even than the great and all-consuming nothing are those who are bent on helping it here, or bent on helping it on Rivellon. I think he still lives. The one that set it all in motion. The one you've met here in the House of the Guardians. Yes, him. It. The one who does not look quite like he used to. The one that whispered deceit and desire into Astarte's ears. He is friend to the Void, and he seeks to give it dominion once and for all. That is who I think he is. As a writer, I'm going to have to disagree with you there, but even then, please don't be fooled, for he does much more than wag his tongue. What we see here, in what was once your house, is most certainly real, but the demon, Astarte, they are, so I believe, mere manifestations of their true selves. Oh, he dwells somewhere. He must. It is a creature of blood and bloodlust, of lies and stratagems. All this time he has been plotting, of that I assure you. If our enemy has a heart, he is the one that makes it beat. That is my theory.
As much as it wants. We won't fall for its tricks.
We shouldn't get overconfident, though. There is more to that thing than
Aren't
meets
you
the
going to
eye.
leap through?
Impressive. A smithy and an army.
How good of you to drop by. She told me you had grown, you know. That simpleton of a girl. She felt the need to inform me of the fact, with that pathetic tinge of pride in her voice. As if I did not know. As if I haven't been watching you. Like a vulture, a dying beast. I could have plucked out those dewy eyes of hers and thrown them into a frying pan like eggs. Have you ever seen Sunny Side Up staring back at you? I have. But enough of this small talk. Here as I have been watching you, and my amusement has turned into aggravation. Yet still, I yearn for the moment you finally become powerful enough to realize the true depths of your failures. When you do, I'll be there, drawing circles in the skies, watching, waiting, ready to pounce.
Impressive. We must be getting on his nerves. Excellent.
I'll never look at a fried egg in the same way ever again, though.
There you both are. How jolly. I always do prefer an audience when I give one of my history lessons. My friends, I see you found another starstone. Jolly good of you. But I haven't been exactly idle either, for I think I may have nearly figured out why Source became so terribly tainted. If Astarte is the goddess of the Source, and the void was contained in her very garden, might it stand to reason that it was in fact the void who turned Source into such a dark and terrible power? But the tapestry has been rewoven. Time has been restored. I must speculate no more, and instead we must see what new shred of our tale you've uncovered.
With the Guardians distracted, Astarte lifted the lid of the God Box. What she saw was nothingness. Astarte had called forth the Void Dragon, whose sole purpose was to undo all creation. Caught off guard and terrified, the Guardians, sworn protectors, fled. But Astarte stood firm. She grabbed hold of the dragon and hurled it and herself into the reaches of the void. Here she battled the dragon for all eternity. For his deception, the Trife was cast out of the first creation. He fell to Rivellon, a monstrous creature unworthy of the realm of the gods. Since that terrible day, Source has been tainted by the presence of the Void. A once beautiful power has become corrupted, and those attempting to wield it often go mad planet in the process.
What wonder awaits you?
We may have been tricked into allowing Astarte to open the God Box, but we fled when faced with the Void once more. How could we have known what was to come? We were simple sentinels by then, and ones with faith in Astarte to boot.
Who knows what wonder...
There's a seafaring atmosphere about this place.
And seafaring leads to the exotic, to trading. We may be in for a treat.
Guardians, oh Guardians, I need you. Heed my plea in these void-filled hours. The dragon is overpowering me. Our enemies are battering the fragile gates of time. The skies are darkening, and the stars are being extinguished. You have to reach me. Star stones will pave the way. Find them, use them, empower them, and hurry. Please make haste.
Only Starstone can stay the maelstrom now.
Alas, that the damnable stuff is hidden better than a leprechaun.
Welcome, welcome, step right up. Browse these fine goods from far-flung fairy worlds and local slums the same. Take your time, or don't. Time is meaningless after all. Oh, it seems like an eternity ago. Or was it 1,000 years from now? Huh. I was a simple market peddler on the cobbled streets of Alaroth. It was Master Six-Sacks himself who passed one long, or possibly very short summer by teaching me both the art and science of rift hopping. And I've been trooping to and fro across space and time ever since. Today's special, Bewitched Cat Hair. Day, good customer. You again, my friend. And so soon after tomorrow, how can I help you this time? Good day.
My friends, we come to it at last. All of the missing threads have been rewoven, and the canvas is clear for the first time in eons. The final mystery may at least reveal itself. The final thread of your memory may be restored. Let us watch.
The Guardians had failed. Source was tainted, the void was loosed, and all that stood between Rivellon and annihilation was Astarte herself. Overcome by guilt, they hoped to undo their failure by undoing reality itself. And so, they ripped their threads from the tapestry of time, so becoming unknown to history and unknowing of themselves for all eternity. As their threads fell to Rivellon like shooting stars, they hardened into crystals the people called Star Stones.
So the souls within us intentionally tore themselves from the tapestry of time.
And look what happened. They killed themselves in the most thorough manner possible, only to bring more grief through Starstone.
Still, duty is honor, and honor is duty. I can understand their not being able to live with having failed to protect the God Box.
3 out of 4 have already been reinstated, and now the last of the elementals shall rejoin its illustrious masters. Glory be unto them, and glory be unto you.
Rocks and forest. This is a plane worthy of an Earth Elemental, all right.
A kernel of serenity.
Guardians, I ask of you, what are you doing? What good can come of your misguided actions? I have tried to warn you. I have tried to be your friend by pointing toward the one great truth that is the Void Dragon, and say, relent. For you have failed before, and you shall fail again. Why is it so difficult for you to accept that which is inevitable? All things must pass away, even time itself. Sit ye down, rest, be weary no longer. Acquiesce in the embrace of oblivion, in which there is nothing but the equality and the harmony of non-existence. A blessing awaits beyond the end of time. Accept it, for it is yours to receive.
Our friend, that word has truly lost all meaning.
A blessing awaits beyond the end of time. Death's blessing, yes, but no more.
The spirit of Father Nature came to me in a dream last night, and he told me to welcome you. Can't you tell? I'm the universe. You're the universe. We're all the universe. It's a beautiful thing to be sure. I noticed you were bringing this place in close contact with the spirit of nature, and I thought to myself, that's where I belong. Thanks for putting me up. With utmost pleasure, my friend. The Earth's knowledge is meant to be shared. May the Earth's vibrations rock you gently.
Into the fray once more.
Like pause for a moment.